Okay, so in the toolbox here is where we are housing our supplies. So in the bower bag we have 4 lasso straps with ratchets. We have our 4-way lug wrench back here. We have our bottle jack here. Also in the bower bag we have our winch remote and also a set of gloves in there. We also have our guide to winching. If you need this, this is in here. Soon I'm going to add a folder up here with registration and some other manuals such as this winch guide for you guys to utilize. We have our tilt deck remote, and then we also have the winch quick disconnect power cable. Okay, so we're going to run through that here in a little bit. So other than that, when you're dropping off the trailer, just make sure everything's neat and clean. Dropping off in here for the next person. I try to come through here as soon as many times as I can after people dropping off, but a lot of times there are people that come directly after a drop off and pick up before I can come and check everything. So just to make sure everything's nice and neat before returning. So let's go ahead and take a look at operating the tilt deck, and let's have some fun with that. So towards the front of the trailer on both the driver and passenger side, up on the main beam here, we have latches. So I'm going to come over here, show you guys a little bit closer look. Before utilizing the tilt deck, these latches need to be released for the deck to be fully operational. So let's take a closer look. Okay, so here are the latches that I was referring to. You have a little trigger here, pull upwards, flip the U-bolt over and downwards. When you're resting like this, your U-clip here is clear and you are ready to operate. Like I said, that's on both sides, so be sure to check that. Okay, so now we're going to talk using the hydraulic lift here. So on the remote, super straightforward, up, down, gravity down. So let's go ahead and walk through the up portion. You got plenty of slack here in the line. The guy parked a little bit close to the fence here, but I think I got enough clearance. So I'm going to use the slack over here, make sure I got enough clearance, and we're going to go ahead and start operating before, making sure our latches are down, and we're good to go. Checking our clearance on the back side here. If you're loading something on, obviously you're not going to have anything in the back that might be in the way, but parking a little bit close to the fence here, just want to keep a good eye on it. Perfect, we have this 15-foot cable here. Get all the way up. Alright, so we're good there on the pump. You can hear that it's dried out. So here we're tilted all the way up. So let's go ahead and go down with it. Make sure you're keeping an eye out on the beams here, that nothing's laying there. On the back side here, on the winch, we have our quick disconnect cable. Make sure that cable's staying up. It's not getting pinched between these other two beams, these other two cross beams here. Boom, and we're good. You're loaded up. The first thing I do once the trailer has dropped back down on the beams here, or the deck, let's go ahead and latch that. Go on the other side and latch that as well, and make sure those are good to go. And then you can kind of focus on making sure that all your straps are installed on the vehicle or piece of equipment, and that just allows you to not lose focus of these clips over here. So let's go ahead and talk about the winch. Alright, so we have our quick disconnect cord here, okay? There's little grooves in on this plug and on that plug up there. You're going to want to match those up. Super quick and easy here. Boom. And you got power to the winch. So back up here, got our plugs. Unplug, put the cover back on, just place it right over here. Just make sure the cords are out of the way for when we lower it. We'll be good to go. Just get this rolled up, cleaned up. Boom, as easy as that. Just right back in there. Make sure everything's clear in here. Make sure everything's clear down there. Go ahead and lower it back down. So let's talk winch really quick. So plugging in the remote, pretty straightforward. Here on the remote end you have a ribbon. Here on the winch end you also have a ribbon. Line those two up, plug it in. You're going to want to pull the cable out to the vehicle by hand, so go ahead and lock that in a free spool. Pull the cable out to the vehicle, then re-engage that to engage, and then the winch is ready to operate. So you got up is out. If you want to utilize that, I prefer a free spool. It's a lot easier and just keeps everything nice and snug. And then down is in. Pretty easy stuff. Other than that, if you have any direct questions, please let me know.